Hello, I'm Max. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to make the Flutter app that output a sine wave work on iOS. And again, we have already created the app and a FFI plugin in the second video of this series. So if you want to know how the folders was structured or what our code looked like, please watch the second video. Or you can just follow the link in the description to the code repository on GitHub. First, let's install what we need to make our app work. First, of course, is Flutter, and I have already installed. Next is Xcode, right? And to make Flutter work on iOS, we also need Cocoa Pods. I have already installed it, which can be accessed by this command, pod. Yep. And of course, Visual Studio Code. We also need extension for Flutter. And next is GStreamer for iOS. You can download it in GStreamer. Download GStreamer and scroll all the way down. You can see iOS. By the time this video is recording, the latest version is 1.22.7. I have already downloaded, which is this one, and double click that to install, and I have already installed it, so I'm not gonna install it now. Okay, with everything installed, and let's try to build our app with nothing modified. Okay, let's build it. Oh. Okay, and it failed. And this error says we need to sign our app, which I'm not gonna show you my Apple account, but you can search on internet on how to do that. I have already signed up my app, so I'm gonna build that again. And okay, the error says GStreamer header was not found. And let's open our plugin. Okay, open our iOS. Open the podspec file in iOS folder, and we can reference podspec in macOS. Nothing important. Let's copy that. Copy these 3 lines. Okay, paste it here. Of course, path in these values are for macOS, and we need the path for iOS. Okay, we can open GStreamer documentation and go to tutorials, install for iOS development. This is where GStreamer for iOS is located. It's in our home folder. library developer GStreamer iPhone.sdk. Okay, let's enter that in. This is our home folder, library developer GStreamer iPhone.sdk. Oh, so it was in here. Okay, let's copy from here. Copy and paste it here. And like in Bash, we need a we need a variable for home folder, for our user home folder. Okay, which is this one. And let's copy to here and paste it here. Libraries. Okay. Same for this one. Without framework. Copy and paste. And let's build that again. We should have GStreamer linked correctly. Let's build that again. And okay, we got a undefined symbol and we cannot see what symbols are missing. Okay, and to see these symbols, we need to open our Xcode project. Okay, this one, let's open that. And we can run build again, which should give us error messages. Okay, arrows are thrown. It's here. And this is a icon v. And this is icon v function. And we can search this function. Okay, it's closed for some reason. Let's reopen that. And build that again. Okay, arrows. And we can ignore this one for now. And icon v function. If we search this one, nope. And this is lib icon v. Okay. And that means, and we can try to add our icon v function, icon v library, and select pods. And in targets, select our native binding add icon v, and build that again. Okay, we still got arrows. Linker. Okay. And to get rid of that error, we need to add arm64. Okay. And we need to update our packages. And we still got arrows, which is fine. And oh, almost forgot. We need to link against icon B and build that again. And it builds success. Okay. And we can and every time we clear our app, every time we run Flutter clean and Flutter build, the libraries we just added will gone. We need to add this one back in every time. And in order not to do that, we can add libraries icon v, okay, and build that again. Let's see if this is correct. And the app seems compiled and built success. Okay, let's run our app. Start iOS simulator. And run. And the app runs, but seems like audio was but seems like we don't have any audio, and it seems like error message was not displayed here. So let's run that in Xcode and run. Oh, and we can see elements could not be created. Okay. Because like Android, our GStreamer plugins needs to be initialized on iOS. And we can have GStreamer iOS examples for reference. Let's open that. I have already cloned the GStreamer mono repo. Let's open that folder. It's here. Go to home folder, projects. This is the GStreamer mono repo. In subprojects, scroll down to GStDocs, examples, tutorials, and Xcode iOS, and open this project. Okay, projects was open. And if you can see, all of these have a folder called supporting files. In every supporting files, there's GST iOS init.m and GST iOS init.h. We will need both of these files. Let's see if it's in the upper folder, GST iOS. Let's see where the files are. GST, this one and this one. Let's copy these two and paste it to let's just paste it here for now. Review in Finder. Okay, into here and paste to item, and it's here. Okay, let's open these two. This is the file we need to compile into our source, and we can just put it in here. And we don't have to do anything because everything inside this folder will be compiled. But we need to update one thing. And we need to modify this one because our headers are no longer in the same folder to our M file. Where's our M file? Go up into src, and this is where our header files. This is where our header file is. And in our header file, like on Android, we don't need this much, and we need a audio test src. Let's see what's the correct define is macro, and this is the correct macro for audio test src. In our header, let's define this one, and next is audio convert. Define GST plugin audio convert, and the next one, audio sync. We already know that when we're dealing with Android, it's auto detect. Let's search that, and this one. Okay, fine. And that's all the plugins we need to make our app. That's all the plugin we need for our pipeline. And in this M file, there's a function that we can call to initialize GStreamer plugins. And we need to call this in our native code. In here, let's add if iOS is defined and copy these two. We also need to include GStIOS init.h. Okay, make our code prettier and call this function in here. Okay, but if you remember, we did not define any macro named iOS, and we will do this in here. The key is GCC preprocessor definitions. Value is single quote, double quote, inherited s equal 1 and our comma. Okay, let's try build that again. And our Xcode says the project file is updated. Let's read from disk, and we don't need this project anymore. And we got errors again. Okay, let's try build our projects in Xcode. Okay, errors. We got errors. Let's see, what do we need this time? It's this function. Let's search this function. It's called res9 en expand. Well, let's just search that. Let's just search this directly. What do we have is res. It's resolve. Okay, lib resolve. Okay, build this again. We already know now. It's resolve. And it works. Okay, let's try to run our app again. And the elements still cannot be created. Okay, and again, just like on Android, iOS needs a plugin for audio. The audio name, the plugin name is OS10 audio, and which is this one, and we need macro for this. Let's copy this and add it here. Define, paste. Okay, and build again. This one. Okay. Okay. We got error again. It's fine. We can build. See what we are missing. And this is audio component find next. Let's search that. Audio component find next. It's a Apple framework. It's audio toolbox, okay? And let's add it to our libraries. Let's search audio toolbox, and this time it's a framework. Let's run build. Oh, this is for Mac OS, and we can close this for now. This time it's s.framework. Audio toolbox. Okay, let's see. And it works. Okay, which is good, which is good. And let's build that again. And it works. And we can run our app this time. And I believe we can get audio from this time. And we're still missing something. Oh, I forgot. We didn't even call our function. We did we? Did we call our function? We did. So what is missing? What is missing? Did we have that typo? No. So is it this one? We can't have single quote, double quote for this one. Let's retry that again. Okay, let's run it here, see what we got. Okay, we got our sine wave. Okay, we got our sine wave. And that means our app is officially working on iOS. Okay. And what we've done, let's see. We have modified our podspec files, having macOS for referencing. we have copied two files from GStreamer iOS examples, a header and a .m file. And we have called a function that initializes our plugins for GStreamer on iOS. And finally, we have enabled the plugins we need to make our app work on iOS. Okay, and that's it. Next is debugging. And you can see in here there are our native binding. Our native binding is in parts, development parts, native binding, ... and let's open this chain of folders all the way down. And make that bigger. Go. Okay, this is our binding. We can hold command, I think it's option or command, and leave us to our native binding.c. Let's add a breakpoint here. And we don't have that here. Okay, let's run our code. Okay, breakpoint was hit. Let's go to expand this. Okay, everything is null. Let's go to the next line. Okay, audio test src is updated. Next line. Audio convert is updated. And next line. Auto audio sync. And next line. And our pipeline is updated. Next. Even though we will not use main loop, our main loop is updated. And there we have it. And this is the last video for this series. If you have any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section. And you can check out the GitHub repository and file an issue there. Okay, and that's it. See you in the next one.